Howdy doody gamers, welcome to Retrocade. Today we will look at 17 Switch games you can play online without a membership. Please like and subscribe to support us in our journey. Disney Speedstorm. Disney Speedstorm is an arcade-inspired racing game with a roster of familiar faces from movies. Many of the tracks are set in iconic locations, so if you're a fan of Disney or Pixar, it's worth downloading Speedstorm to see all of these characters and locations come to life. Whether racing alone, with friends, or against strangers online, understanding each character's unique abilities is the key to victory in most races. Palia. If you don't feel like racing against your friends or fighting hordes of enemies together, Palia provides a much more relaxing experience in a colorful world full of cozy activities. Palia features a lot of similarities to games like Stardew Valley, Harvest Moon, and My Time at Portia, but it allows you to play in groups of 4 if you want to work alongside some friends for free. Between cooking, exploring, and meeting the locals, there is so much to do in Palia that you could easily sink dozens of hours into the game without spending a dollar. Warframe. Originally launched in 2013, and over a decade later, it's still going strong with an excellent community and consistent updates. This third-person shooter runs surprisingly well on the Nintendo Switch, allowing you to easily immerse yourself in the gorgeous world of Warframe. With more than 300 weapons to choose from, and plenty of different modifiers, you could spend hours just experimenting with all the exciting possibilities. Warframe also supports crossplay, so you can play alongside your friends even if they don't own a Nintendo Switch.
We're gonna win!
My Hero Ultra Rumble. My Hero Academia is an incredibly popular series that's been branching out towards video games since 2018. After the characters appeared in a couple of fighting games, they're back in a free-to-play battle royale that pits 8 teams of 3 players against each other to see who will be the last one standing. If you're a fan of the series or are just looking for something new to play with a couple of friends, you might be surprised by the amount of detail and depth.
Let's go! All in! Just as planned!
Omega Strikers. There aren't many online multiplayer games like Omega Strikers available on the Switch. Instead of shooting other players, you'll team up in squads of 3 to shoot enough goals to crush the opposing team and claim victory. Each match is only a few minutes long, so you don't need to worry about accidentally committing to a 20-minute session. Aside from communication and teamwork, an essential part of winning is being familiar with each character and their abilities. It will be hard to protect your goal if you don't know how to defend against certain skills. Ninjala. If you enjoy the aesthetic and light-hearted fun of Splatoon, Ninjala is an excellent free-to-play game, overflowing with content and different modes to play. You can compete with friends to try and earn the most points during team battles, or hop into a battle royale to face off against 7 other players. Each character uses close-range weapons like hammers and axes to attack opponents. You can run up walls and use objects around the world to make yourself feel like a ninja and sneak up behind enemies before they realize what hits them. Asphalt 9 Legends. The Asphalt series has been around since 2014, and while it might not be as well known as Need for Speed or Forza, the latest entry is a fantastic free-to-play alternative to those bigger titles. With over 200 cars to unlock and 70 gorgeous racetracks to explore, there is a surprising amount of content for a game you don't need to pay to enjoy. Since launching on the Switch in 2019, Asphalt 9 has continued to receive even more content, so you can always expect something new whenever you hop back in. Between a career mode, online multiplayer, and rotating seasonal events, this free racing game is a must-have for anyone with a need for speed and a love of cars. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. If you would rather spend your time strategizing and building the perfect deck instead of shooting or racing against other people, it's designed to complement both veterans and newcomers to the classic trading card game. And even if you're initially unfamiliar with the IP, it will have you hooked by the time you finish your first couple of matches. If you're not feeling confident enough to challenge people online right away, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel features a fantastic single-player mode that lets you practice and become more familiar with the rules of the game.
What are you doing here?
Overwatch 2. Overwatch is one of many games to switch to a free-to-play formula. When the original Overwatch launched on Switch, it required you to buy it and pay for the online subscription, but the new iteration wipes all of that away. Overwatch 2 is mostly the same as the original game, but has made enough interesting changes to help make it feel fresh to both new and returning players. One of the biggest differences is the inclusion of a battle pass that unlocks new cosmetics and characters as you play through Overwatch 2's exciting multiplayer modes like Push or Mystery Heroes.
I can't do this. You've made your choice. No more.
Brawlhalla. The Nintendo Switch is the home of arguably the best platform fighter ever, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now that it has finished receiving new content, it might be worth checking out some of its competition. Brawlhalla has an excellent roster of characters and great gameplay, and it has been receiving new content since it launched in 2017. One of the most compelling aspects of Brawlhalla is the number of recognizable faces in its roster. With crossovers from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to Castlevania, Brawlhalla contains a smorgasbord of iconic characters to play as, and each fighter has unique powers and abilities that are incredibly fun to learn and master. Dauntless. Monster Hunter allowed Switch players to go on an epic adventure and defeat magnificent beasts, but it required both you and your friends to subscribe to the online service to play it together. Dauntless offers a very similar experience and doesn't cost anything to download and play. Like in Monster Hunter, you can choose from a variety of weapons and craft armor, using resources either found in the wild or from defeating behemoths. You can easily spend hours getting lost in the game's lush world, or grinding to unlock the next piece of gear, either alone or with a group of up to 3 other friends. Sky, Children of the Light. Children of the Light is unique from the other games on this list because it's more of a social experience than a competitive one. Sky features a variety of explorable realms and gorgeous vistas, but the main appeal of the game is meeting and interacting with other players. Socializing with others during season events is a blast, and once you begin unlocking cosmetic items like clothes, expressions, and musical instruments, you can make your Sky Kid reflect your personality. Hopping into Sky is often a relaxing experience, with a lot of vibrant colors, soothing music, and an incredibly welcoming community.
G'day, Kings Canyon!
Apex Legends. Apex Legends is one of the best battle royale games out there, and it's pretty incredible that it can run on the Switch. You and a squad of up to 3 other players land on a dynamic map and need to work together to outlast the other teams. It's explosive fun that is hard to put down once you hop into it. What helps make Apex Legends special is its diverse cast of characters, each with both endearing personalities and powerful abilities. Each match will require you to strategically use your Legends skills to ensure your team's survival to earn the title of Apex Champions.
After this, we should hang out.
Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. Like Overwatch, Fall Guys initially cost money to purchase and an online subscription to play it. Fortunately, the day it launched on Switch is also the same day that Fall Guys switched to a free-to-play model to incentivize new players to check its colorful spin on the Battle Royale genre. Instead of eliminating other players on a giant map, Fall Guys pits 60 contestants against each other in a series of obstacle courses, platforming challenges, and more. You can earn in-game currency to unlock hilarious outfits to customize your bean. There are over 80 different rounds in Fall Guys, and you can hop in alone or with a group of friends to see who will come out on top. Rocket League. There are plenty of third-person shooters and action games you can play without a Nintendo Switch Online subscription, but sometimes it's nice to dabble in something a bit different. Rocket League provides one of the most riveting and unique experiences on the console by fusing fast cars with the sport of soccer. There are plenty of third-person shooters and action games you can play without a Nintendo Switch Online subscription, but sometimes it's nice to dabble in something a bit different. Rocket League provides one of the most riveting and unique experiences on the console by fusing fast cars with the sport of soccer. Pokemon Unite. A majority of Nintendo's online multiplayer games require a subscription to play them, but Pokemon Unite is the exception to the rule. The Pokemon series loves to experiment with different genres, and this take on the MOBA surprised many with its simple yet compelling gameplay. The in-game tutorial quickly teaches you everything you need to know, and the matchmaking ensures that you play against people with a similar skill level. It's also an incredibly easy game to pick up and play, as matches only take between 5 and 10 minutes. Fortnite. When Fortnite spiked in popularity shortly after it launched in 2017, it became an inevitability that it would come to the Nintendo Switch. It wouldn't take long, as the Battle Royale appeared on the console in 2018 and allowed you to play it both on your TV or in handheld mode, depending on your preference. The Switch version of Fortnite might not look as good as other versions, but it still runs incredibly well and doesn't affect the gameplay whatsoever. It's a great game to hop into with friends for either a few matches or an evening of fun, and Fortnite's ever-changing world and mechanics help prevent it from ever feeling stale. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.